My name is Jackson Lucky, and this is my story. My professional journey was unconventional. I started at theater school, then went to law school, the district attorney's office, the bench, spent 7 years in family law, and ultimately in the civil department of the Riverside Superior Court. When I was in college, I thought that I would be working in theater, not as a performer, but behind the scenes. One of my instructors told me that if I wanted to work behind the scenes, I should go to law school. So that's what I did. When I went to law school, I realized I didn't want to be in entertainment, but I wanted to be in the courtroom, which led me to the district attorney's office. While I was there, I specialized in abuse of children, worked in that assignment for a number of years, taught that subject to prosecutors and investigators. After years of litigation, I realized that I no longer wanted to be a litigator, but I wanted to be somebody who was helping resolve disputes in the first instance. I became a judge. My first assignment was family law. I sat there for 7 years, 4 of which I was supervising judge of family law. And it was there where I really learned about people's need to be heard and for people to resolve their cases quickly and efficiently. As some people know, family law cases can drag on forever. During my time as supervising judge of family law, I developed a number of ADR programs. Eventually, I moved over to civil, and I saw that the same dynamics play out there. People want to be heard, and people want to get their cases resolved. Transitioning to ADR has been great. I've had a lot of resources in helping me make the transition from the bench to private ADR, and also JAMS's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusions has made it a very welcoming experience. There are 2 things about ADR that I think are valuable for people to know. The first is there's more than one way to do it. I've seen all kinds of different approaches. I've seen all kinds of different people be successful. And I don't think that there is just one style or one approach that works. The second thing that I would suggest is steal like an artist. That's a quote that's attributed to Picasso. I think it actually belongs to T.S. Eliot about poets. But don't be afraid to steal what you see other people do that works for them, and then make it your own. And I think that that's really the idea of stealing like an artist, is take what somebody else does, adapt it to your personal style, and then use that way as your way to do it. My advice to the next generation of ADR leaders is embrace change. The world is always changing, and ADR is always at the forefront of making innovative changes to dispute resolution. Embracing change these days means embracing technology. And this is something I've been passionate about since the early 1980s when I got my first computer. I've been programming computers on and off since 1981. I still do it as a hobby. I think as ADR and indeed our lives become more and more dependent on technology, learning about technology, understanding the nitty-gritty of how it works is going to be more and more important to everyone. As a judge, I had several mentors. The 3 that I can think of that took a particular interest in helping me were Rick Fields of the 4th District Court of Appeal, retired Judge Michelle Levine, and retired Judge Becky Deegan. And the most memorable advice that I can think of is what Judge Deegan said to me. She said, "You want to make the best decision possible, but most importantly, you want to make a decision." And that stuck with me forever, is that people want resolution and they want closure. 2 of my most significant mentors were Herb and Linda Williamson, my high school mock trial coaches. I think if it wasn't for high school mock trial, I would never have gone to law school, I would never have become a lawyer, I would never have become a judge, and I would never have become a neutral. And that's a mentorship that I try to pay back. I'm passionate about high school mock trial. I've been coaching it for years. I currently coach at a school that maybe doesn't have some of the resources that other schools do, and I'm glad to say that we've been able to achieve a lot of success in a short period of time, and I think I've been able to affect the lives of some students who may not have realized that they had this particular skill had they not joined the mock trial team. I think the most important thing that ADR professionals can do to support diversity, equity, and inclusion is to be vocal and to be visible. I think people derive a lot of strength from seeing others who look like them be in positions of power and prominence. And so even though ADR professionals are used to being behind-the-scenes type workers, I think it's time for us to step out front. The three words that describe my recipe for success are curiosity, preparation, and enthusiasm. If I had to come up with the title of a movie or book to summarize my life, it would be Jack of all trades. I think I've done a little bit of everything during my lifetime. I'm Jackson Lucky, and I'm proud to be a mediator and arbitrator at JAMS.